Welcome in Maasmechelen on the Devil's Mountain for the first round of the Belgian Rallycross Championship 2013. 7 rounds this year, among which 1 round in Great Britain, Linden Hill. This is the first round, and this is the first heat for the Super Nationals plus 2 liter category. We have Michael de Keersmaker on pole there, and next to him David van Nijlen in one of the several Volvo 242s here in Belgium. And let's see what de Keersmaker can do with his new Volvo C30. 5 Volvos in this heat, and de Keersmaker holds on to the lead. It might be difficult, but he holds on. Keeps the apex clean. Followed by Van Nijlen and Ludo van Geneugden in the red Volvo. And then we have Philippe van der Heijden in the green Volvo S40. But for the moment it's de Keersmaker from Van Nijlen, Ludo van Geneugden, Philippe van der Heijden, and Henri van Geneugden has small problems and is in 5th position. De Keersmaker then is his first race weekend with this car. He's getting to grips with it rather quickly, setting very quick lap times here. Going for his joker lap. Let's see if he can stay in front of Van Nijlen in the 242. He can, because Van Nijlen was going for the joker lap as well. So there you go. First heat win for de Keersmaker, followed by Van Nijlen and Ludo van Geneugden. So a good start for de Keersmaker. But the good start wouldn't last. A bit later on that day, he took the start of the second heat. Was beaten in the start by Christophe Becks in the Volvo and Danny de Beukelaar in the small Corsa, but later on much worse happened. And trying to chase Christophe Becks and closing the gap, de Keersmaker slid wide on an oil track on the track and was hit by Danny de Beukelaar, and both cars were a total write-off.
Michael, in de tweede reeks een tamelijk zware crash.
Michael, what happened in the second heat? Well, yes, we were going very fast, and I was trying to close the gap to Christophe. And maybe I took too much risk because there was oil on the track, and but it went well for the first 2 laps, and I thought it would happen well in the 3rd lap as well, but I slid wide, kept the car almost out of the wall, but then I was hit by de Beukelaar, who really couldn't avoid me. He's not at fault. It was impossible for him to avoid me, but he hit me just behind the racing seat, and that's one of the weakest points of the car. So everything of the car comes in, and I was hit on the arm, and I'm going to the hospital now to have a checkup because it really hurts now.
Een klein check-upje, want met een arm is er toch iets fout.
And he had a torn muscle, de Keersmaker, on his arm. That was the end of the weekend for him. Off to the touring cars now, with Jos Sterckens making a comeback after a sabbatical year. And he's fighting against the Ford Fiestas of Nick Snoeis and Mandy Kasse and the Mitsubishi Colt of Ivo van den Brandt, and it's Van den Brandt who takes the best start there, followed by Mandy Kasse, young girl from the Netherlands, and then Nick Snoeis and Jos Sterckens. Not a good start there for Sterckens. Kasse immediately goes for the joker lap, and it seems that she had a problem because she was going rather slowly there. Van den Brandt in the lead from Snoeis and Sterckens. Not such a good start then for Sterckens, but maybe he can develop some speed here. He's pushing very hard behind Nick Snoeis. And Snoeis goes for the joker lap. Sterckens is probably happy about that. Can close the gap to Van den Brandt now. And Snoeis comes out in front of Kasse, but then spins and loses his 3rd place and any chance of a good time in this first heat. It's now all between Van den Brandt and Sterckens. Let's see if the Volvo driver can use maybe a small mistake by Van den Brandt. Not for the moment though. Is he going for the joker lap? And Van den Brandt is going for the joker lap as well. Nice tactics there for Van den Brandt. Saw that Sterckens was probably going for the joker lap and decided to go in as well. That way he can keep on blocking Sterckens. That's a good tactics, and he wins the heat. Van den Brand from Sterckens, and Kasse finishes in third. And let's have a word with the comeback man, Jos Sterckens.
Jos, hoe is het om terug te zijn in het...
Jos, how is it to be back in the Rallycross? Oh, it's great, really. After a year, the Rallycross microbe is impossible to kill, apparently. So I'm back here, and I'm really enjoying it. And it's a good thing to see Jos Sterckens back. Off to the supercars then, with the car that won the championship last year in the hands of Jos Kuipers, now in the hands of Patrick van Mechelen. Kuipers has a new Ford Focus. We have also Jos Jansen, Ronnie Scheveneels and Jan van Loon, and we're driving with the Fiesta of Jos Jansen in the middle of the grid, ready to start. And off we go, and a good start from the Sirocco of Scheveneels, followed by Jan van Loon in the Fiesta. Van Mechelen slots in behind Scheveneels, and Van Loon is pushed a bit wide there and drops back to fourth. So it's Scheveneels, Van Mechelen, Jansen, Van Loon, and Kuipers bringing up the rear. Scheveneels had some evolutions done this winter on his Sirocco. A quick start there. Van Mechelen still getting the grips with the new, for him, new Ford Fiesta, because he was driving a Subaru for the last 100 years or something. And he goes on the outside, he passes Ronnie Scheveneels, and he takes the lead, and Scheveneels continues. There is a problem with that Sirocco. He's lacking speed, obviously. Jansen's going for the Joker lap. Slotting in behind Jos Kuipers, and indeed problems there for Scheveneels. And he parks the car. Calico problem. Jos Jansen chasing Kuipers, and there comes Van Mechelen in front of Jos Jansen. Kuipers, by taking a Joker lap very early on, is doing a very good race here. And he takes the heat win. Kuipers from Van Mechelen and Jansen. Let's have a word with Patrick van Mechelen.
Patrick, nieuw seizoen, nieuwe wagen.
Patrick, it's a new season and a new car. Well, driving it is rather easy, but I have problems with the start. We have to go through a whole procedure, and I'm not really coping very well with it for the moment, but driving for the moment is really going well. And it's a big improvement on the Subaru. It's day and night. This is really a car based on a real rallycross machine. It's like a small kart, so it's very nice. Pedro Coquelare again. Then you know that we're in the -2 liter Super Nationals category. And we have a good start from Leo Bloks in the Opel Astra, but is pushed wide by Jeff Mertens in the orange Opel Astra, followed by reigning champion Pedro Coquelare. And then Leo Bloks. Mark van den Berg in the Seat Ibiza is in fourth. Good start then from Mertens, followed by Coquelare. Can the reigning champion take the lead back? He can. Good overtaking maneuver there from Pedro Coquelare. And then the two Astras from Mertens and Bloks. Always spectacular, those Astras. Mertens going for the Joker lap. Bloks continues and takes second place. Can Mertens stay in front of the Seat Ibiza? No, he can't, so he drops to fourth now. But the others still have to do their Joker lap. So maybe he can gain some spots later on. But it's Coquelare who wins the heat with a large advantage over Van den Berg and Mertens. Dennis Reemans then in the Super 1600 category, and he's one of the favorites for the title. Next to him, the reigning champion Davy van den Brande in a brand new Citroën DS3 Super 1600, and those two are taking the lead. They're followed by Bart Stouten in the Toyota Yaris, and on the outside it's Thijs Hazen in the Ford Fiesta, but he's pushed wide and he drops to last place, or not? No, not for the moment. But in front it's Dennis Reemans from Davy van den Brande. Dennis Raymond in the lead from Van den Brande and Bart Stoute in the Toyota Yaris. Raymond going for the joker lap, so Van den Brande takes over the lead for the moment. But if Raymond can keep some clean lines here, he might take back the lead once this man goes for his joker lap. They're clearly well ahead of the rest, those two. And now it's just a question of Davy Van den Brande taking his joker lap, and there he goes. I think Raymond will take over the lead again. Yes, he does. So it seems that Raymond will take the heat win from Van den Brande, but it's very clear that those two are by far the quickest in this Super 1600 category. So a heat win for Raymond from Van den Brande, and it's Bart Stouten in the Yaris coming in third. To the supercars then, with Koen Pauwels, reigning champion in the touring cars division, and next to him another reigning champion, European champion in the touring cars division, Anton Marklund, getting the grips with the new Volkswagen Polo. He's getting some race rhythm into it, but for the moment it's Koen Pauwels taking the lead, followed by Marklund and Dan van Mechelen, Wil Teurlings in the Volvo, and Jan van Loon in the Fiesta. Koen Pauwels from Marklund, both reigning champions in touring cars, both took the step to the supercars this year. And the young Swede is chasing Koen Pauwels very hard. And Pauwels goes for the joker lap, and so does Marklund. That's a strange choice. You might think that he would have done it separately, because now Patrick van Mechelen slips in between them. Can he keep second place? He pushes wide Marklund. Yes, nice blocking maneuver there from Van Mechelen. And he keeps that second spot behind Koen Pauwels, and Marklund is now in third. And Pauwels takes the heat win from Van Mechelen, and Marklund going wide in the last corner as well. So Koen Pauwels now in supercars division again.
Koen Pauwels in 2013 opnieuw met de
Koen,
supercars.
you're driving supercars again. Why is that? Yes, after 2 seasons in touring cars and 2 titles, I was a bit fed up with that category, so I came back to the supercars now.
Teruggekozen voor de supercars in het Belgisch kampioenschap, toch ja?
And that was the end of the first part in the first round of Belgian Championship Rallycross. See you after the break. Welcome back on the Devil's Mountain for the first round of the Belgian Championship Rallycross. And we're off to the finals now. This is the A final in the Super Nationals division on the 2-liter with Coquelin on pole, but he has a bad start. And from behind it's the Toyota MR2 from Martin van Hoven. That's a good start from the youngster. He came from the B final and he takes the lead now. Martin van Hoven from Mark van den Berg and then Pedro Coquelin. That's a surprise. Good start from Van Hoven. Maybe his tires still had some heat in it from the B final, and he took advantage of that. In the lead from Van den Berg, and then Coquelin, and then the Vauxhall Nova. Oh, problems there for Pedro Coquelin, and that looks very terminal. End of the final then for the reigning champion. Not such a good start to the season. And Steven Stessens in the Vauxhall Nova takes over third position. So that leaves Martin van Hoven and Mark van den Berg fighting for the lead. And another retirement from Kurt Lambers in the Ford Sierra. Martin van Hoven holds on to the lead. What a surprise there. First time he races in the national championships. He was driving regional championships up to last year. Loses 2 places there. Or 1 place to Steven Stessens, but the Vauxhall Nova still has to do the joker lap, and the advantage of Van Hoven over the Sierra Ibiza of Mark van den Berg is rather big. So once Stessens goes for the joker lap, Van Hoven surely will retake the lead. There comes the Vauxhall Nova and the MR2. What a car! Stessens going for the joker lap. And then Van Hover. And can Stessens stay in front of Vandenberg? I do not think so. No, it's Van Hover from the CRDB's of Vandenberg, and then the Vauxhall Nova of Steven Stessens. And Jeff Mertens in the Opel Astra in fourth. And there comes Martin Van Hover, who takes a surprise win, but a very deserved one from Vandenberg and Stessens. And he's happy. Number 13, lucky number 13, has won the first final of the 2013 season. Van Hover from Vandenberg, Stessens, Mertens and Tom Mason came in fifth. Great result then for Van Hover, and we're off to the next A final. It's the Super Nationals category, but above 2 liter with Steven Maris on pole, and he has a good start next to him. Christophe Becks and those 2 Volvos, 6 Volvos in this final, take the lead, but in third it's the BMW of Davy Leijzen. So the 242 from Maris, the S40 of Becks, and then the M3 of Leijzen, followed by 3 Volvo 242s by David Van Halen and the Van Geneugdens. In front, Steven Maris takes the lead. Very spectacular driving from that Volvo 242. Goes for the joker lap, so Christophe Becks takes over the lead. Well ahead of the others, those two. Spectacular driving there from Becks. In third, it's Ludo Van Geneugden now, but he still has to do his joker lap, and then Davy Leijzen in the BMW and David Van Halen in the yellow Volvo, followed by Henry Van Geneugden in the red Volvo. Becks versus Maris. Can Becks get a big enough gap to cover Maris in the joker lap? I do not think so, because here comes Maris from Becks. And they're well ahead of Davy Leijzen, who took back third after Ludo Van Geneugden went for the joker lap, and Van Geneugden lost 3 places there. Dropped to 6th. And Maris, coming out of the last corner, takes the first win of the season from Christophe Becks. And David Leijzen has resisted the Volvo with his BMW. Takes third. And then Van Halen and Henry Van Geneugden. And off to another A final now with Mandy Casse. And then you know we're in the touring cars. She's the only one in the second row. Ivo van den Brand, Jos Sterkes and Nick Snoeis are the others. Van den Brand takes the lead from Sterkes and Snoeis. Sterkens was on pole, had set the fastest times in the second and third heat, but now goes for the joker lap immediately. Might be a good choice if Snoeis and Van den Brand get into each other's hair, but for the moment it seems that Van den Brand has quite a good lead over Snoeis. So it will be difficult for Sterkens to overtake Van den Brand if he doesn't make a mistake. Especially since Sterkens still has to pass Mandy Casse there. There she comes, and Sterkens, he's losing a bit of time here behind the red Fiesta. Ivo van den Brand goes for the joker lap. Wise choice. Best chance for him to stay in front of Jos Sterkens. There he comes out of the joker lap, and he stays in front of the Volvo. Wise tactics there again from Van den Brand. Maybe he's not the quickest, but his tactics are a nice compensation for that. And now he's in front of Sterkens, and he might hold on to that position. Nick Snoeis still has to do his joker lap, so that means that Van den Brand will probably regain the leading spot, even though Snoeis has quite a big gap, but it's not big enough. There goes the Fiesta for his joker lap, and there come Van den Brand and Sterkens. Sterkens now really close behind Van den Brand. Can he take a move? Can he try something? Still behind Van den Brand. Tries to go for the outside. Van den Brand covering the inside, sliding a bit wide there. But Sterkens has to stay behind, can't risk anything because he knows Nick Snoeis is right behind him with the Fiesta. Down the Devil's Mountain, and there comes Ivo van den Brand, and he wins the first round of the Belgian Championship from Sterkens and Snoeis. And it's Mandy Casse who takes fourth in this first round of the Touring Cars division. let's have a word with the man who came in second, Jos Terkins.
Jos, na 1 jaar afwezigheid.
Jos, after 1 year sabbatical, you're back with the second place. Satisfied? Well, I had the pole position, so I thought that maybe I could take the win. But then second is not bad here, and there's a lot of other races this year. So Jos Terkins going for the title as well, and the second place is not bad. Super 1600 then, with Van den Brande versus Reemans. Reemans on the inside in the red Fiesta. Van den Brande tries to overtake him in the first corner, but Reemans holds on to the inside line, and a spin there. And the two Dutchmen take each other out. Hazen takes out Veldman. So that means that Reemans and Van den Brande only have to fear Bart starter now, but the Toyota Yaris driver is already way behind, so it's again between these two. Let's see if Van den Brande can pass Reemans. Reemans goes for the Joker lap. I think he will stay in second place. The advantage over Stouten is big enough. It is. And there, oh, what a problem. That's an explosion under the hood of the Citroën DS3 Super 1600, and that's game over for Davy Van den Brande. What a surprise there. And I'm afraid that's also game over for the tension in this final, because Dennis Reemans is way ahead of Bart Stouten. And Thijs Hazen in the Ford Fiesta is even further behind. It's a pity, because we could have had a nice fight between Reemans and Van den Brande. There wasn't much in it between those two, and now Reemans is really cruising to the finish. Bart Stouten can close the gap a bit, but Reemans has everything under control, and he takes the first and deserved win of this 2013 season in the Super 1600 category. Stouten second then from Heusen, Veldman, and Van den Brande is still classified in fifth. So good start for the season for Dennis Reemans.
Dennis, proficiat.
Dennis, congratulations, that's a good win. Yeah, it was everything went perfect. We win again, so it's a good start, yeah. Let's hope we can do it sometimes again this year. Off to the next day final then. Focused for the start. It's the Supercars division with Koen Pauwels and Anton Markland on the outside. Good start from the Volkswagen Polo, followed by Patrick van Mechelen in the Fiesta. And then it's Jos Kuipers in the Focus. Jochen Koks in the Sirocco goes on the outside and takes fourth place from Koen Pauwels. Kuipers goes for the Joker lap. Pole sitter Koen Pauwels is even passed again now by Jansen. Not a good first lap then from Koen Pauwels. Markland in the lead from Van Mechelen, Koks, Jansen and Pauwels. Van Mechelen now chasing the Swede in the Volkswagen Polo. His first of the Belgian drivers, so he's scoring the most points for the championship drivers, but he wants the day win. Koen Pauwels now has the car back under control, but has lost valuable places in that opening lap. And Jochen Koks, after a learning year with the Sirocco, now back for good results, he says, in 2013. Wants to go for the title again. And he's doing well for the moment. He's in second now, once Van Mechelen has taken his Joker lap. Van Mechelen now chasing Koks again, but it's Markland still in the lead. Two VWs in the lead. Van Mechelen building on the pressure on Jochen Koks. There comes Jochen Koks. He goes for the Joker lap. No, he doesn't. He tears. Oh, what a mistake! What a mistake by Jochen Koks. It looked like he was going for the Joker lap and then decided not to. But he slid wide, hit the barriers, and that's game over for the Sirocco. That was quite a mistake there from Koks. But now Van Mechelen is right behind Markland. Can he put the Swede under enough pressure to force into a mistake? No, he can't. Markland takes the win from Van Mechelen. And that's a great result for Van Mechelen. Kuipers in third from Pauwels and Teurlings. But Van Mechelen scores the most points for the Belgian drivers, and that's important as well.
Patrick, proficiat in tweede
Patrick,
plaats.
congratulations. Second overall, but most points from the championship. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, that's a good thing, but I'm a bit disappointed because I really wanted to win today. But we could have done it, but we made a slight mistake in the joker lap, and then it was impossible to catch Maasmechelen.
Dus veel te laat in de remmen en daar een fout gemaakt en dan op achtervolgen aangewezen.
And that was it from the first round of the Belgian Rallycross Championship 2013. Next round is in Lydden Hill. See you then.